Hi there, on the left hand side we have your original golf swing, okay, and on the right hand side we have your kind of newer setup and newer kind of feel to your golf swing. So what you talked about in your setup was that you're just kind of a little bit low down with your upper body here, and we don't really have that kind of tilt, and then that means you get your hands very close to you and very low down as well. So what we have here is a much better kind of angle in your hips, okay, and we can see that your knees are a little bit straighter as well, which is obviously good. And you can see that your back is much more straight in this area, in the lower back, and you can be nicely relaxed at the top half, which is fine, okay, but we can still see that your hands and arms are a little bit too close to you. I'd like to see them underneath your shoulders, so you can see that the arm's going to move away from you a little bit. Now that might be to do with the length of the golf club, which we'll talk about next time you come along, but we'll take a look at that, okay? Now, if we take a look at the original kind of golf swing and impact, okay, and we'll just draw a line on your head here, and one from here, okay, and this one here. Okay, so if we started to move back originally, we can see that basically your left hip was coming down a little bit. Okay, it means we swayed a tiny little bit to the side, but not by too much. And then we're just lifting our head a little bit. Okay, but I like the general kind of turn that you were generating. It wasn't a disaster at all. Okay, it's actually really good. Okay, you get the club a little bit long here, but then as we start to shift forwards with our transition, okay, we then hold our head. Okay, and we get our lower body moving out in front of us, okay, and we feel like we're hitting up into this ball, okay, so the lowest point of this club is about here, okay, and then we're on the way up into the ball. So what we had to try and do is stop you from flicking at the ball and create a situation where we're trying to get the ball obviously more better. Okay, and we were talking very much about the club face as well. As you can see, this one's moving back a little bit too close. So what we had to feel like the club was more square, and then from there we feel like we don't flick at the ball, so we actually hit down into the ball and compress it. Okay, now the changes we sort of make was the kind of transition feeling and try and get that more into that front foot. So as we start to move back, we can still see the club face just a fraction closed, okay, and then as we start to swing up to the top, you kind of square it up pretty good, okay, and then what we do is start to transition with the whole body going forwards. Okay, now if we look at the difference in the impact here and then the difference in the impact on the one before, okay, now if we take a look at that kind of feeling, you're not swaying or sliding as much forwards, which is very key. Okay, so your knee isn't moving as far forwards. Okay, and we're still getting our shoulder to the line. Okay, and we're definitely hitting down into the ball rather than feeling like we're hitting up into this one previously. And basically we can see that your head is moved left of the circle, yet in this one it's holding within the circle. Okay, and that's the difference between your spine being way behind the ball, okay, and being more on top of the ball. It's still not perfect yet, but we're getting better, and you can kind of hear the sound a bit better, which makes a bigger difference to yourself, okay, which is good. So what we've got to really make sure we do, okay, is in our setup we want to feel like our hands are just underneath our shoulders, so they should be a little bit higher, okay, and a little further away from you. Okay, that will be the last of your posture change. From there, we're still going to swing back, we're still going to work on that club face a little bit, okay, and we're just going to continue to work on this good impact position. If we can continue to get that pretty good, your strike is going to be pretty good, and your direction is going to be there or thereabouts. Okay, so I'll see you on Sunday, and we'll go from there.